ready to open another season at FBC Mortgage Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Foster. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Glad to have you with us from Orlando, Florida, and what a night for college football in the stadium known as the Bounce House. The UCF Knights ready to open another season at FBC Mortgage Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Going up top on first down. Holds it in on the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you.
And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Oh, gave the defender the business. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Stopped after making the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Finds space on the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. He leaves it with his back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. What a nightmare for this defense. His second big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off a defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not going to equal success for this defense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake. And the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Snyder. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. Powers through the defender. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's off to the races. At the 20. Touchdown Knights. And once he got loose, it was all over. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like box. Calling reverse and trickeration. And it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse, Here comes the touchdown.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Trying to find his man on first down. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Snyder.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You're looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab well past the sticks. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes his connection. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score now 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
With the catch, it's Coates. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He'll just keep slinging it. Complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard for these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's going to pass on second down. And it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I'll tell you, got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Plows through the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. In the red area, it's Snyder. Headed to the end zone. He now has 63 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run play action. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw that football to the ground. Don't take a sack and now back yourself up and make it hard.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw. Takes his shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown tie. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone. Eyes on the quarterback. Sees the quarterback throw the football. Breaks on it perfectly. Steps in front and takes it all the way to the house.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Foster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Knights moving quickly to the line. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it.
Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Bringing it back inside the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Foster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
Man, you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Looking down the middle. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
To the air on first down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
Nice job on this offense, put the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll bring it out. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Got a little room. And there he goes. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Snap in the shotgun. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Stumbled to the ground.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Alabama 40, UCF 21.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Foster. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Knights!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. Quick timeout by the defense. Make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Using his feet to buy time. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, UCF! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well.
Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll throw it on first down. Buying some time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Wants to go up top. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out.
The return is tackled down at the 13. And the Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Discards a man. And he's running in the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make this play successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They played that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Foster. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Robbins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Knights want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw it again. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Great job by the DB covering deep. But listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Going for the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Oh, nice job getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack, making sure he didn't have time to buy some more space, and he almost grabbed him and pulled him into the end zone. He almost got 2 points and a safety.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
And he throws another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Looking left. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rush.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
On second down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
53, UCF 50.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Touchdown, Knights! They've got the lead here in the fourth. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina is ruling the roost right now. What an offensive showcase today. They can't be stopped. They're up by 21 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Alabama pushing the tempo. Try to get it to the edge. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. trying to find his man on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCF.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Roach. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Kelly. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Quarterback will audible. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Knights.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Roach. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first.
He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to the air one more time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion setting.
Going for it all. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
So many factors, whether it's making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Working that left side. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Keeps looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He wants to take the top off. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 24 over the Pandas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Robbins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to fire deep. Brings it in down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Knights in the hurry-up.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Snapped it in the shotgun. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Robbins. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Roach. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out, but if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Snyder. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and they trail by just 4. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires one high and deep. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they make the tackle, and that was their last chance to try to run that pick back, and they couldn't get it done. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.